The Jerry Cantrell song you missed in a recent hit movie. Your 80s metal vinyl collection is about to explode in size. And who's dropping their new album this week on MiniDisc and longbox CD? Let's rock. The Revenge of Alice Cooper is on the way July 25th, and another video drops ahead of the full-length album. Take a look at the wild ones in this week's curated playlist. Psychedelic electronic indie rockers Black Moth Super Rainbow dropped their first album since 2018. It's called Soft New Magic Dream. It's available now in a variety of formats, CD, vinyl of course, and longbox CD. And if you have to ask what's a longbox CD, I'm really honestly surprised you're watching this video. It's also dropping on MiniDisc this week. Catch BMSR in Pittsburgh, August 7th. Nothin But Trouble originally dropped from Blue Murder in 1993, upon which it sold quite well in Japan. And that's it. Disbanded shortly thereafter, and it's only now that their second album finds its way to the masses on vinyl. Lateral and Luminal are a pair of collaborative efforts between veteran producer and glam rocker Brian Eno and singer-songwriter Beatie Wolfe. Both are available on single, eco-friendly vinyl LPs and soft-packed CDs with art cards. Luminal is electric country dream music, and Lateral is ambient landscape space music. On CD and a few different color vinyl variants, Walk This Road is new today from what is essentially the original lineup of the Doobie Brothers. Mavis Staples and Mick Fleetwood guest on the album. The Doobies are live tonight in New York. Veteran Boston Celtic punkers Dropkick Murphys announce a new album. It's called For the People. That will be streaming on July 4th, but not arriving on physical media until October. A mostly West Coast run of shows gets underway July 20th at Punk in the Park in Denver. Elbow's fifth EP, Audio Vertigo Echo, drops today on vinyl. It features last year's one-off single Adriana Again, as well as 3 brand new previously unheard tracks. 14 shows in the US and Canada are coming up this fall. On purple vinyl, it's a 30th anniversary edition of Faster Pussycat's greatest hits. The long-running glam metal act is still on the road. You can catch them live tonight in Dallas. As satanic metal goes, it doesn't get much more satanic metal-er than Norway's legendary Gorgoroth, the band which takes its name, Gorgoroth, a place of very great dread, from the northwest regions of the land of Mordor. Their first 3 albums, 1999's Pentagram, 1996's Antichrist, and 1997's Under the Sign of Hell, are reissued today on half-black, half-white vinyl. Everest is the new single and title track from the latest full-length from Halestorm that's on the way August 8th. Take a look at the video in this week's playlist. Halestorm is supporting Iron Maiden in Norway, Denmark, and Sweden this weekend. A North American headlining tour begins September 11th in Salem, Virginia. And speaking of Maiden, the 2015 remaster of their 1984 release Power Slave drops today on vinyl for the first time. The June dates of their 2025 tour feature support from Halestorm. I feel like I heard about that somewhere. In Moonlight is Jerry Cantrell's contribution to the soundtrack of the recent hit movie Sinners. You can check that out in this week's playlist. Cantrell plays the Columbia Theater in Berlin tonight. For the first time ever on vinyl, the 1995 self-titled release from the late singer-songwriter Jill Sobule is released today. The single and video I Kissed a Girl really put Sobule on the map, and very crowded mid-90s breakthrough era for many folk and alternative female artists like Lisa Loeb, Juliana Hatfield, and Alanis Morissette. Australian rock legend Jimmy Barnes drops his 20th solo album today. 14 of those have gone to #1 in Australia. Look for Defiant on CD and vinyl. Guitar legends Joe Satriani and Steve Vai release another single as the unofficial group SatchVai. Glenn Hughes takes on lead vocal responsibilities for the track I Want to Play My Guitar, and you can check that out in this week's playlist. Live at CBGB is on yellow vinyl, No Gimmicks Needed is on pink vinyl, and the band's debut, This Is Just the Beginning, is on clear and smoky black swirl vinyl. Kill Your Idols is straight up, unflavored. Not ska, not proggy, not alternative. This is hardcore punk. White and gold vinyl drops of Cool Kids, the 1983 sophomore album from Maryland glam metal rockers Kix, dropped today. Batarat, the second solo album from Against Me vocalist Laura Jane Grace, originally dropped in 2018. It's getting a fresh reissue today on CD and vinyl. Pretty sure I've mentioned French progressive rockers Magma somewhere before on the channel, somewhere along the way. They're reissuing their 2012 release, sung almost entirely in the fictional Cobian language. Look for that on a 180-gram pressing today. A handful of shows are scheduled before the end of the year. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge from My Chemical Romance originally dropped in 2004, and it remains one of the most successful emo, pop, punk, hard rock albums of the 21st century. It's being reissued today on a deluxe CD and multiple color 2LP vinyl sets, including a Zoetrope edition as well. On CD and vinyl, Still Shakin' drops today from North Mississippi Allstars. The multiple Grammy-nominated Hernando, Mississippi Southern Rockers return to the U.S. next week after shows in the Netherlands and Belgium. Hard to find? Even harder to find with decent sound quality. The lost album in the Pavlov's Dog catalog is being reissued today from the underappreciated St. Louis prog rockers. The 1990 debut studio album from California alt, metal, funk, experimental prog band Primus is being reissued today. Look for Frizzle Fry on half purple, half white vinyl. You can catch the band live tonight in Ridgefield, Washington. That's just north of Portland, at the RV In-Style Resorts Amphitheater. Jarvis Cocker has said this is the shortest amount of time a Pulp album has ever taken to record. It was obviously ready to happen. Their first album in almost 24 years. More is out now on CD, cassette, and multiple vinyl variants, including a 2LP 45 RPM cut. Listening parties are happening today across the U.S. Pulp is live at OVO Hydro in Glasgow tomorrow night. On a Smoke Color 3LP vinyl set, the combined Prayers for the Damned and Prayers for the Blessed albums from the Nikki Sixx and DJ Ashba-led metal band 6 AM. Recorded in 1978 but unreleased until 2005, it's another chance to pick up live at the Gibbous Club from London post-punk band The Slits. Fresh vinyl drops today from Illinois industrial rockers Stabbing Westward. You can find new copies of Darkest Days and Wither, Blister, Burn, and Peel on 180-gram vinyl today. On 180-gram black vinyl, Steely Dan's 1976 album The Royal Scam is being reissued today. Dialing In is a new track from Radiohead frontman Tom York. Yes or no? It's being featured on the new Apple TV Plus series Smoke. A trio of picture disc releases today from Toyah Willcox, the queen of British punk. Her solo debut 1985's Minx, 1987's Desire, and 1988's Prostitute are out now. Toyah and Fripp are continuing to issue weekly videos in their Sunday Lunch series. You can take a look at those on Toyah's YouTube channel. Digitally, on cassette, on CD, various vinyl configurations bundled with t-shirts. God of Angels Trust is finally here from Copenhagen's Volbeat. The veteran rockers are on the road for most of the year. Next stop, tomorrow night at Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Rhino Records is dropping a 3-CD deluxe 50th anniversary collector's edition of Why Can't We Be Friends from Eric Burdon's 70s collective War. The album produced 2 top 10 U.S. hits in 1975, the title track, and the classic Lowrider. And yet more glam metal for the turntable this week. The 1984 debut album from Los Angeles glam metal act WASP is being reissued today on a 180-gram half-speed master. Big week to freshen the 80s hairband section of your collection.